My name is David. I am the head of regulatory affairs at Thuasne, which is a company that manufactures and distributes medical devices. Today, Thuasne is a truly major and significant player in the global world of medical devices and diligently works in 5 main and distinct areas, most notably in the field of orthoses, specifically designed for musculoskeletal disorders and related conditions. We also have solutions for spinal pathologies, solutions for venous pathologies. We offer compression solutions as well as for lymphedema, and we are also actively involved in manufacturing devices for post-breast surgery care. Today, Thuasne, in a few numbers, is a company that has now existed for 178 years. It was founded in 1847. Here, you have some important figures for the company, but what interests us most is the fact that today our company has 20,000 product references. And when we talk about 20,000 product references, that means 20,000 SKUs, so 20,000 unique items. The company Thuasne, as I mentioned, is a global player in the medical device sector. And this slide is quite interesting because it shows that ultimately Thuasne doesn't just operate in Europe, but works all over the world. And so as a result, today there is this deadline in January 2026 for the support platform in Europe. But we also need to find solutions that will help us achieve compliance in other countries and with other regulations. And that's also one of the reasons why, when we conducted our benchmark of existing solutions, the solution Ackomas was also a very positive point, not just for thinking about Europe, but also for considering what lies ahead for us tomorrow. A few more words to be a little more specific about my role. In this organization, I am a doctor in biology and physiology with nearly 8 years of experience in the medical device industry. I have held various positions such as medical director, vigilance officer, and also roles in regulatory affairs. And for the past 3 years, I have been working at Thuasne as the head of regulatory affairs and clinical evaluation. I am also responsible for post-market surveillance and serve as a deputy, PCV2R and mature vigilance correspondent. I am also vice president of the sectorial vigilance PMS group at Stintem, with whom we also have many interactions and discussions about the future of the platform. EUDAMED as well on this vigilance module. So with all these different hats, as you can see, I am currently responsible for bringing the company Thuasne into compliance with the EUDAMED platform. I did a quick calculation when, in the official journal in July 2024, we were informed that in the end the EUDAMED timeline would be accelerated. 20,000 references multiplied by about 30 minutes to register a single reference on the EUDAMED platform. We quickly arrived at a total of 10,000 hours to achieve full compliance with the EUDAMED platform. 10,000 hours, if we break it down a bit differently, that's equivalent to 67 months of full-time work for one person or 6 people working full-time to achieve compliance by January 2026. So here we quickly realized that we're going to face a major challenge in terms of resources and time to achieve compliance. So we needed to find a solution that could provide us with rapid compliance and a solution that would allow us to do masking. That's where I started my benchmarking and got things underway. The work with Ackomas began here, so the COA solution. And here, in this feedback, we just wanted to share with you the reasons why we are satisfied with this solution today. First of all, it's a solution that is approved by the European Commission. That is to say, once we purchase the solution, we simply have to register on the EUDAMED platform with a connector, and automatically we are able to copy our data onto the COA platform and thus transfer it to the EUDAMED platform. Onboarding with the company is quick and the support is personalized. Why is it personalized? In fact, at Thuasne, we have 3 regulatory entities worldwide. We have them in the United States, in France, and in Germany. We thought it was important that for each of these entities we have the possibility to connect using its own SRN, and that each of these entities is autonomous and receives support in a somewhat personalized way. The solution is intuitive, it's quite simple, it's copy-paste, it's importing Excel documents to copy our data, so it's quite simple. Importing products to COA and then to EUDAMED is ultimately done with a single click. And we also have the option to activate a data verification and approval workflow. And that's a regulatory quality point that's important because today it's missing from EUDAMED. And as I mentioned earlier, it takes about 30 minutes to register a UDI on EUDAMED. Any small error then requires a request to the authority to make a correction, and you have to spend another 30 minutes to redo the registration. So ultimately, having this verification and approval solution built into the software allows you to be a bit more secure regarding data import. Here, I just copied an image for you. So this is a screenshot of the software just to give you a bit of an idea of why it can be useful. So here you have a small table of the latest imports I've been able to carry out. What's important here is to look at the number of products we're able to create and the number that have been updated. And the number of errors. So right at the beginning here, this is the first test. What I did was enter products that weren't under my SRN to check whether the software was able to reject them. And that's why we have exactly 10 errors. The next time I added the correct SRN, we can see that 9 products were uploaded. And for the last one, there was an error with an EMDM code. Once that was fixed, we can see that we were able to register all the products. For the most recent imports we carried out, I also wondered whether the solution was able to check the basic codes. For example, UDI codes, to see if they had been registered correctly with the right key. So we imported products by modifying the basic UDI codes to first check how the solution worked. And when we realized that it was able to understand the calculation method and the key instead of checking each of our 20,000 lines, we thought that in the end we could import all of our products, and that if there was an error in our codes, the software could find it for us. It also saves us time because it's easier to look at the 140 lines where there's an error, rather than looking at the nearly 2,000 lines in total that we had just entered into the software. What's also interesting with the system is that when we look at the errors in our different documents, the software will point to the exact cell in the Excel document. So we can quickly go back to column Y32, for example, to find the error and correct it. So this information is important because as a result, it also simplifies data verification. And at Thuasne, just so you have this in mind, about 80% of the data can be extracted from our ERPs, but around 20% of the data is manual. So with this manual data, we're not immune to making mistakes somewhere along the line then. That's also why verification is important. In the same way, here's an interesting point. I've also included the time in milliseconds because the system provides it in milliseconds that it took to do a mass upload of about 2,000 items. And we can see that it's roughly 300,000 milliseconds, which is about 4 or 5 minutes. So the import is fast and done with a single click. So that's an extremely important point. And the other point, which is also fundamental for me with this system, is that today it allows the manufacturer to create a real database if they don't already have one, and above all, to be sure that the data is regularly updated thanks to the verification system. And ultimately, in fact, tomorrow for us, Coop could actually be an internal solution at Thuasne for managing our product data. In conclusion, there's a phrase I really like, which is that sometimes you can work quickly and well. And ultimately, today, that's what the co-solution from Ackomas allows me to do. Compliance will be fast because today, with just 3 hours of work by a single person, we managed to process almost 3,000 items. So 3 hours of work, 3,000 items. And we do it well since we have this automatic verification and approval system that actually allows us to check the data before importing and rather exporting it to the solution. EUDAMED. So in fact, for all these reasons, the feedback so far has been extremely positive, because when the OFL journal accelerated the schedule EUDAMED, like any manufacturer, we were a bit nervous, but today everything is fine and we're actually quite satisfied. And we're approaching January 2026 with a much calmer mindset. So those are the different points I wanted to share with you today regarding this solution. We have optimized this approach tremendously because initially in the complete plan we had envisioned, it required at least 3 people to import products into EUDAMED, plus interns we had also recruited by also offering an active role on the EUDAMED platform. And in addition to purchasing the software, we had also included a full-time person in the budget. In the end, there will be no full-time recruitment of a new person, since today there are 2 of us working on the EUDAMED platform. We do it as a team of 2. Why? Because it's simpler, because we can check the data live, and we only work 1 hour per week on this task. So in the end, in terms of time, let's say it's 2 to 3 hours at most per week to achieve compliance. Today, we estimate that out of the 20,000 items, by June, we should be in compliance. And then we'll give ourselves more time to carry out the verification and approval steps with a bit more leeway. But today, we feel at ease regarding our compliance process. Ideally, we would like to have it at the start of the third quarter of 2005. So starting in September, we would like to begin pushing the data to add-in. We will probably push some data even earlier, but perhaps more as a test with certain product ranges. And then for sending the data, we hope that in September we'll be able to push almost all of the data. So that's actually one of the advantages of the Ackomas platform today, as we discussed. The idea was that the first one to come up on the calendar would be EUDAMED, but in the end, all the authorities worldwide are aligning themselves with EUDAMED. We can mention an example, SWISSDAMED, which will align itself with the platform, with a few exceptions. We don't know exactly what those are yet, but in any case, with the Ackomas solution, we also have the possibility of having a connector that will allow us to send data that is already registered on the platform. So in the end, it's simply an IT connector, but the regulatory part stops here. So indeed, it's a tool that's interesting, but we also know that Korea is adopting similar systems, and there's also Audit, which is coming soon. So all these factors are also pushing us to use solutions that allow us to be compliant, not just in Europe, but also in other sectors. Well, it was already the case last summer, so we were audited last year. We've already been asked questions about EUDAMED. We're asked about our instructions, our data verification methods, our methods for verifying the people in charge of vigilance, about our registration, our SRN numbers. And indeed, we checked with the auditors to see if we already had any products registered, which wasn't mandatory. We had 2 at the time, or maybe 1. So we were able to show that we were capable of doing it. But indeed, this year we expect an expectation from the auditors regarding the platform, especially since in May 2025, the UDI becomes mandatory. So everything is connected, everything is approaching. So indeed, for us, we also want to be ready for our audit coming up this summer, and to be able to show that we've already made great progress toward this compliance.